Top 3 minerals every arthritis sufferer needs to know. Natural pain inflammation relief. What if I told you that the pain in your joints, those stiff mornings, swollen fingers, and aching knees might not just be about aging, but about missing minerals your body is quietly begging for? In this video, we're uncovering 3 essential minerals that could completely change the way you manage arthritis naturally, safely, and effectively. These aren't random suggestions. Every tip you'll hear today is backed by science and fact-checked by professional health researchers. If you're tired of feeling like you have no control over your joint pain, or if medications just aren't giving you the relief you hoped for, then you need to hear this. Because once you understand how these minerals work inside your body, reducing inflammation, calming your immune system, and even helping rebuild damaged joints, you'll never look at your diet the same way again. And stay with me until the end, because I'll reveal one surprising everyday food often overlooked that delivers a powerful anti-inflammatory punch your joints will thank you for. Let's get started. Number 1. Magnesium. Let's talk about a mineral that doesn't always get the spotlight but absolutely should, especially if you're dealing with arthritis pain or joint stiffness. I'm talking about magnesium, one of nature's most powerful allies in the fight against inflammation. Now, here's something you might not know. Magnesium is involved in over 300 enzyme reactions in your body. That's not a typo, 300. And guess what? Many of those reactions play a direct role in how your muscles relax, how your nerves communicate, and how your immune system manages inflammation. So if you're waking up with stiff joints, swollen knees, or fingers that just don't want to move in the morning, low magnesium might be quietly working behind the scenes. What makes magnesium so important for arthritis sufferers is its anti-inflammatory superpower. Research shows that people with low magnesium levels often have higher levels of C-reactive protein, CRP, a major marker of inflammation in the body. And we both know inflammation is the villain when it comes to arthritis. Whether you're dealing with osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, or just general wear and tear joint pain, inflammation is what makes the pain burn and the joints swell. But when magnesium levels go up, CRP goes down, and that's a very good thing. Let's make this more relatable. Ever had one of those days where your joints feel tight, like rusted hinges on an old door? Magnesium helps lubricate that door. It relaxes tense muscles, eases nerve pressure, and gently calms down that overactive immune response that's attacking your joints. It's like a quiet peacekeeper in your body, keeping things running smoothly without demanding the spotlight. Another huge plus? Magnesium can reduce your perception of pain. Yes, really, it interacts with your brain's pain receptors and helps dampen the intensity. So not only is it fighting the root cause inflammation, but it's also helping you feel better in the moment. That's what I call a double win. Now you might be thinking, okay, where do I get this miracle mineral? Good question. The best part is you don't need fancy supplements or prescription pills. Magnesium is naturally found in so many everyday foods. Think dark leafy greens like spinach and kale, or nuts and seeds, especially pumpkin seeds, almonds, and sunflower seeds. Even avocados and bananas have magnesium in them. And don't forget about whole grains and legumes like black beans, brown rice, and quinoa. If you enjoy warm drinks at night, you might love this magnesium-rich herbal teas like chamomile and dandelion. Not only help you sleep but also boost your magnesium levels gently. That's a peaceful evening routine that supports your joints while you rest. Now, I do want to gently mention this magnesium deficiency is shockingly common, especially in people over 50, those with digestive issues, or anyone who eats a lot of processed foods. So if you've been dealing with stubborn arthritis pain and nothing seems to help, it's worth taking a closer look at your magnesium intake. Sometimes, something as simple as a small mineral tweak can bring noticeable relief. And let's not forget about stress. Chronic stress actually burns through your magnesium reserves faster. And when magnesium drops, inflammation rises. It's a vicious cycle. But once you start replenishing magnesium, your body starts to relax again, your sleep improves, your pain calms down, and your mood even lifts. It's like giving your body permission to heal. So if there's one mineral I encourage every arthritis warrior to look into, it's magnesium. It doesn't promise a miracle cure, but it does offer a foundation of support that your joints, muscles, and immune system desperately need. And best of all, it's a natural, affordable, and gentle way to care for your body day by day, meal by meal. Remember, healing doesn't always come in the form of big, dramatic changes. Sometimes it starts with something as small and mighty as a magnesium-rich meal. So tonight, maybe toss a handful of pumpkin seeds on your salad or cozy up with a calming tea. It's your body's quiet invitation to move with a little more ease tomorrow. Number 2. Zinc. Alright, let's dive into another powerful mineral that often flies under the radar but makes a huge difference if you're battling arthritis: zinc. Now, I know zinc isn't usually the first thing you think of when it comes to joint pain or inflammation. Most people hear the word zinc and think of immunity or cold remedies, right? Like those zinc lozenges we grab during flu season. But here's the exciting part: zinc is one of the most underrated allies in managing arthritis, especially if you're dealing with autoimmune forms like rheumatoid arthritis. Let's break this down. At its core, zinc is like a traffic controller for your immune system. It doesn't just boost it, it helps regulate it. That means if your immune system is sluggish, zinc helps wake it up. But if it's overactive, like it often is in autoimmune arthritis, where it attacks your own joints, zinc can help tone it down and restore balance. That's a big deal. Think of zinc as the body's natural moderator. It keeps inflammatory responses in check and helps prevent your immune system from going rogue. When zinc levels are too low, the body can start producing more pro-inflammatory cytokines, those little chemical messengers that ramp up pain, swelling, and joint damage. But when zinc is present in the right amounts, those cytokines are kept under control. Less chaos, less destruction, more calm. But zinc's job doesn't stop there. It's also critical for tissue repair. And this is something every arthritis warrior should pay attention to. If you have joint damage, whether it's cartilage wear and osteoarthritis or inflammation-related erosion in rheumatoid arthritis, your body needs a steady supply of zinc to rebuild and repair tissues. Without it, the healing process slows down dramatically. Now let me ask you something personal. Have you ever noticed your arthritis flares take longer to settle these days? Or cuts and scrapes heal slower than they used to? That could be your body whispering that it's low on zinc. Here's another interesting piece: zinc helps reduce oxidative stress, which is a fancy way of saying it fights the free radicals that cause cellular damage. For people with arthritis, oxidative stress is like adding fuel to the fire. It accelerates cartilage breakdown, worsens inflammation, and even affects bone density. Zinc acts as a powerful antioxidant, stepping in to neutralize those free radicals before they do more harm. And let's not overlook one more special role. Zinc supports collagen production. Yes, collagen, the protein that makes up the connective tissues in your joints, tendons, and ligaments. So if you're looking for stronger joints and better flexibility, you need to make sure zinc is part of the equation. Now you're probably wondering, okay, how do I get more zinc in my diet? And the good news is it's not complicated. Pumpkin seeds are a zinc superstar. Just a handful a day can go a long way. Chickpeas, lentils, and black beans are also great plant-based sources. If you eat meat, lean beef, turkey, and chicken all pack a good dose of zinc. And for seafood lovers, oysters are the richest source of zinc on the planet. Seriously, just one or two, and you've got your day's worth. Here's a pro tip: if you're relying on plant-based zinc sources like legumes or whole grains, make sure to soak or sprout them before cooking. This helps reduce phytates compounds that can block zinc absorption and makes the mineral more available to your body. Also, be mindful of things that might deplete your zinc. High alcohol intake, chronic stress, frequent infections, and even certain medications like diuretics or antacids can gradually lower zinc levels over time. So if you're dealing with long-term joint pain and also take meds for blood pressure, reflux, or other issues, you may want to check your zinc status. And here's something people rarely talk about: zinc and mood. Studies show that low zinc levels are linked to anxiety and depression, two things that often walk hand in hand with chronic pain. By supporting zinc intake, not only can you help your joints, but you might also feel a lift in your overall mood and energy. It's all connected. I know it's easy to feel overwhelmed when living with arthritis. Some days, even small tasks can feel exhausting. But small, consistent changes like adding zinc-rich foods to your meals can make a real difference over time. You're not just feeding your body, you're giving it the tools to repair, protect, and restore. So the next time you're making a salad, sprinkle on some pumpkin seeds, stir chickpeas into your soup, or whip up a hearty lentil stew. Every bite of zinc is like adding another brick to rebuild the strength and resilience of your joints. It's easy to overlook the little things. But with arthritis, it's often the small daily choices like getting enough zinc that shape how you feel, move, and live. So give your body what it's asking for. A little more zinc today could mean a little less pain tomorrow. Number 3. Selenium. Now let's talk about a true underdog in the world of joint health: selenium. It's not as flashy as calcium or as well known as iron, but if you're living with arthritis, this trace mineral might quietly become one of your most powerful tools for relief. So what makes selenium special? One word: protection. Selenium is a potent antioxidant, meaning it helps neutralize harmful substances in your body called free radicals. These free radicals are unstable molecules that cause damage to cells and tissues, including the ones in your joints. And when you have arthritis, especially autoimmune forms like rheumatoid arthritis, your body is already under constant attack from inflammation and oxidative stress. That's where selenium steps in. It doesn't just sit on the sidelines, it gets involved. Actively, silently, powerfully. Let's break this down in a more relatable way. Imagine your joints are like the moving parts of a machine: smooth, flexible, and strong when well maintained. Now imagine someone throwing sand and acid into that machine every day. That's oxidative stress. It wears down the joints, irritates tissues, and accelerates cartilage damage. But selenium? It's like a protective oil that coats and shields the machinery. It reduces wear and tear. It defends your cells. It makes sure your body has the fighting chance it deserves. And here's the cool part: selenium doesn't work alone. It's part of a team of antioxidant enzymes, especially one called glutathione peroxidase. That might sound like a mouthful, but all you need to know is this: it's one of the body's most powerful defense systems against inflammation. Without enough selenium, this system weakens. But with the right levels, it runs like a well-oiled machine, reducing joint swelling, stiffness, and long-term damage. Now, let me share something that might surprise you. Studies have found that people with rheumatoid arthritis often have significantly lower selenium levels compared to healthy individuals. And not only that, those with the most severe symptoms tend to have the lowest levels. That's not a coincidence. Selenium's role in calming inflammation and supporting immune balance is absolutely critical. And get this, selenium even plays a role in thyroid health, which is connected to your immune system and metabolism. Why does that matter for arthritis? Because a sluggish or overactive thyroid can trigger inflammatory pathways that affect your joints. So keeping your selenium levels steady helps keep your whole system in balance. Let's take a moment here, because I know living with arthritis can feel like a constant battle. Some days your hands won't open a jar, or your knees protest every step. But here's the encouraging part: the right nutrients, like selenium, offer a way to shift the balance. They don't make arthritis disappear, but they help your body respond better, recover faster, and hurt less. Now, where can you find selenium? Here's the beauty of it: it doesn't take much. Selenium is what we call a trace mineral, meaning your body needs only small amounts, but it must be consistent. The richest natural source? Brazil nuts. Just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts a day can give you more than your daily requirement of selenium. Isn't that incredible? A simple, tasty nut, working like an anti-inflammatory powerhouse. But if Brazil nuts aren't your thing, don't worry. Selenium is also found in sunflower seeds, eggs, brown rice, chicken, tuna, and even whole wheat bread, as long as the soil where the crops were grown isn't depleted. And that brings me to something important: soil matters. Selenium content in foods depends heavily on the soil where the plants are grown or where the animals graze. In some parts of the world, especially areas with selenium-deficient soil, people are more likely to become deficient themselves. So if you eat mostly local produce and still struggle with arthritis flares or low energy, selenium might be one of the silent gaps in your diet. Now here's a gentle reminder: more isn't always better. Because selenium is so potent, getting too much, especially from supplements, can be harmful. That's why I always recommend starting with food first. It's safer, more balanced, and your body absorbs it in the way nature intended. And while we're on the subject of whole body healing, I want to say this: selenium supports more than your joints. It's also good for your skin, your brain, and even your mood. When inflammation goes down, energy goes up. Your sleep improves. You think more clearly. You feel stronger. It's all connected. So if you're sitting there wondering, what can I do differently to ease this daily discomfort? Start with something small. Start with 1 Brazil nut a day. Or swap your regular snack for sunflower seeds. Let food become your medicine. Let nature do the heavy lifting, one bite at a time. You don't need to overhaul your entire lifestyle overnight. Sometimes healing begins with understanding, knowing what your body is missing, and gently filling that gap. Selenium may not be a miracle cure, but it's a steady, quiet supporter. A daily act of self-care. A way to say, I'm still fighting. I still believe in better days ahead. Because even when your joints are screaming, your body is still trying to heal. Minerals like selenium, they're here to help you win that fight naturally, gently, and powerfully. Summary. So there you have it, 3 powerhouse minerals your body absolutely needs if you're living with arthritis. Magnesium to relax your muscles and ease nerve pain, zinc to calm inflammation and support tissue repair, and selenium to shield your joints from damage and oxidative stress. These aren't just nutrients, they're natural defenders, working silently behind the scenes to help you move, feel, and live better. And the best part, they're all accessible through everyday foods, no expensive treatments, no harsh side effects, just real, science-backed healing starting from your kitchen. If this video opened your eyes or gave you hope, don't keep it to yourself. Like, share, and hit that subscribe button, because every week we bring you more natural solutions to help you take control of your health, one powerful step at a time. And remember, your body is capable of healing sometimes. It just needs the right support. Keep going. You've got this.